you ready? The last thing I need.
You'd be jealous?
Jealous of who?
Well, then why wouldn't you want it there?
I'm Vin.
I'm sorry.
Ridiculous.
You should give me some fun. Tell me what I want to hear. Hey, where's the... Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay.
No,
well,
I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what's exactly in my head, which is most of the time you don't want to hear.
You didn't tell me what was in your head. That's why you just moved it right along.
It's true.
Exactly.
You're right about that.
I know I am.
It's my new style.
Anyway, okay. So, we are in our studio, which is currently in a ruckus because we are filming the Quarantine Chronicles.
Fear.
Which is...
Fear.
How far into the future is it?
It's only about like 2 years into the future.
2 years into the future from the coronavirus. Or some type of virus.
We never actually named the coronavirus.
Okay, some kind of virus.
In the movie.
Some kind of virus. Okay. So anyway, that first episode is already out there for you. It's completely free. If you are like, hey, you know what? That's not half bad. I'd like to see more of those. Then you can either jump on Patreon at the $5 tier, or you can PayPal us. Links are in the description, and you can see the rest of those that we're going to be filming soon. Anyway, in the meantime, we are going to be doing, what is this? Aha. Take on Me. There's a couple of... There's a couple ways to get your song reacted to. Yeah, one of the ways is to spam us in the comments section. Or talk to us on a fireside. That's our live streams. You can jump on there and let us know what you want to hear. You can also email us, vinandsori@gmail.com. Or you can jump on Patreon for as little as $1 a month, and you can join up with an alliance. As we've told you guys before, we don't break up our videos, so YouTube takes all of our revenue. So we actually, the way that this channel is kind of, the foundation of this channel is through Patreon, and so we greatly appreciate you patrons, so we want to thank you again for that.
Shout out to the patrons.
If you don't want to work with an alliance and kind of like influence our song list, and you want to give us like something definitive that you want and you don't want to really wait for it, which I completely understand because I'm like that. I order something from Amazon and I feel like the next day I'm always looking for it. I want them to drop it off with a drone.
TRK2, Jace Diamond, Chris Hansen, Kimmy E, Casey, Zombaholic, all you beautiful people.
Oh, Zombaholic?
Thank you very freaking much. We appreciate you.
Yeah, so you can jump on the $125 tier, and from there you can request any song that you desire, and we will do that song for you.
Yep.
If you've done it before with us in the past,
you've
done it 3 times, it doesn't have to be consecutively. You can come right in at $75, not $125.
And if you do $325 ones, then you get re-grandfathered back to $75 anyway. So that was my idea.
Perks all around.
Not the capitalist. All right, take on me. Let's go.
Okay. And go.
Sounds 80s.
Yeah, it does.
I've definitely heard this song before.
You have? Sounds like summertime fun.
You see the video?
Yeah.
I found the video at the end. That should be one of our themed weeks. 80s week, 90s week.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. This is cute. Okay.
Yeah, nice little innocent 1985. SubhanAllah. I feel like I heard this song in a what do you call it?
A movie?
Movie or something like that. I don't know.
Not me. I've never heard it.
It's the not necessarily the lyrics, but the whatever.
I liked it. It had a happy sort of
I just don't
sound.
know where I heard it
I'm a little
from.
bit confused though. Like, is he saying like she was gonna shy away from him? He wanted to get close to her and be with her, but that he wasn't gonna be there forever. Like he was gonna leave in a day or two. Like,
Yeah, summer and all that. It's summer. It's like, hey, girl. You never had like a summer thing with somebody?
No.
Oh yeah,
No.
You stay in the same place all the time. Yeah, I moved around all the time,
Yeah.
so.
I always
There was
thought
a
it
lot
sounded
of-
fun to have a summer fling.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I've had a couple, but it's
Yes. That makes me feel so wonderful. Tell me more.
well, yeah, it was the summer. So,
I can see that would be fun.
yeah, you're off school and all that.
There's not a whole lot of commitment to just a summer thing. You can just have fun for the summer. It's not
Well,
like
yeah,
you don't have to bear the weight of the person's soul.
Yeah. There's none of that, man. It's just, hey, it's summer. Hey. She's in short shorts. I used to walk around with my shirt off. One of the, what's funny? Because I used to do push-ups for fun or when I get stressed out, just like now. And I was brushing my teeth one morning, and it occurred to me, I was like, wait a second. I was like, I have a six-pack, and my chest looks pretty decent. You saw old pictures of me. I was a skinny cat, but I had a six-pack. It was well-defined. So I was like, you know what? So I started walking with my shirt off and all that. So.
It got you the attention you so desired.
Yeah, it was a girl that she was kind of like the girl, and she used to go out of her window and, hey, Vin, like, what's up, bitch? I was in the hood, I had to keep my gangster up, and it worked out pretty well for me. Worked out pretty well for me that Sunday. It was, it brings back those nostalgic feelings. I wish I could have had one of those with you,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's nice.
I would have, we would have been like two peas in a pod. We wouldn't have talked to anybody. We just went off and done our own thing and just chilled. Then I go play ball. You'd watch me play basketball. Then you have to go rob somebody and I tell you to stay home. Then you'd be like, what's going on, Vin? I'm like, I can't tell you. And then you make some big thing of it because you always like to talk about things that you're not supposed to talk about and all that.
So true.
Then I try to give you like some information, but then it's not enough for you. And then when I say, okay, I can't talk about that, then you get all crazy and all that. And then we'd fight. Then we'd probably break up. And then, I don't know, school would come back and I'd miss you and then I'd talk to you or whatever. That's how it would go. Be an on and off thing. I think is what would happen.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because at the time I was like too immature to not get involved in that stuff. Especially if my friends were getting involved in it, I was going to be in there. And you would have been like, ah!
Oh, I'd have been so worried about you.
Yeah, and then you'd have been all stressed out, so I'd be like, you know what? Yeah. Sorry. So I just completely destroyed our relationship in a parallel universe. It's gone. It's over.
Came and
It's done.
went. And...
It's done.
Well, in a day or two, that was it.
Yeah. And Ben Webb would be swooping in from the rafters. He'd be like, take me on, whatever that means. And you'd be like, no.
Oh my word.
Because you're very deep. But like, you have to get to know you to get to the depth. I don't think like a Ben Webb would have much of a chance with you. Just aesthetically. But you like him as a good friend to laugh with and stuff and make fun of people. But Ben would probably get himself shot in the hood, so I don't know.
Really? I don't think he's the type of person that puts himself in conflict's way.
The thing is, he gets too comfortable.
Online.
Yeah, I feel like that's just his personality. I don't think he would be able to
I think you're wrong.
No, I don't think he'd be able to, especially like if he was in with me, he'd get all comfortable. But like Reef Reef would kill him immediately. He would say one wrong thing and one wrong. See, I feel like Ben has one of those situations where he can't gauge people's body language. I feel like he's one of those people. So, you know, he'd be in with me and you, and we'd probably be the most popular people in the crew. And then he would think that he could, and he would say the wrong thing to the wrong person at the wrong time.
That situation.
And Reef would have put him on the ground very quickly. Because that's how he was, you know? He was 0 to 90.
Well, what about that other guy that used to lick his
Jose?
lips?
Yeah, Jose would just laugh at him. But Jose wasn't the violent guy. It was Reef was surreal. I wasn't violent. I just blame Reef for all the violent stuff I did. I'd be like, well, you know, Reef put us in that situation, so I wasn't violent in comparison to Reef. Either way, rest in peace to Ben.
Well, rest in peace to Ben.
We're talking about the parallel universe here. In the parallel universe,
I get dumped and Ben gets killed.
No, I come back to you after we did our dirt. You know what I'm saying? I did our dirt, and just don't ask me about it. I think that's probably been a pattern in my life for a long time. Now that I think about it, I always have to have to do this other thing, and then I could never tell homegirl because she was always worried about stuff. That's a good point. Very interesting.
And yet you keep finding yourself in those situations.
I'm not in those situations. Oh yeah, no, I'm not in that situation anymore. What are you talking about? No, there's things I can't talk about, and then there's things I won't talk about because I don't want to talk about them. That's not the same thing. There's some things I cannot talk about.
I mean, it still amounts to the same thing in a relationship, right?
To you. No, not to me. If you said, Vin, there's something I don't want to talk about it, I'd say, oh, she doesn't want to talk about it. And I'd be good with it. So.
It's because you're just not as interested in me as I am in you.
No, it's just that I know that you're still a human being and you still have your own autonomy even though we're in a relationship, you weirdo.
All right. Anyway, back to the song.
Yeah, I'm in an extremely interesting mood right now.
Yes, you are.
Shout out to Ben.
Okay. So anyway, so you think that's?
Yeah, I think this is just like a summer love type song, and then we'll watch the video.
I like "Today's Another Day to Find You, Shying Away. I'll be coming for your love." Okay, I like that.
Yeah, you like that. You like that stuff. You like the cat and mouse.
I love the cat and mouse thing.
Yeah.
You're not a fan.
Well, it's funny to me because, like I said, I'm in a very sour mood, and you are kind of like, hey,
That's because
it's very interesting to me.
That's because there are certain moods. First of all, a lot of time you don't you get in a mood, but you don't You'll be in a depressed sort of mood, and I feel like I can't penetrate that or poke that bear. But then there are certain moods that you get in that it just I don't know, it brings out it's gonna sound weird, but it kind of brings out the playful little sister in me, and I want to poke that bear.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it makes me want to play with you because I feel like that there's that hard exterior can be cracked. But there are times where I feel like it can't. It's impenetrable.
Yeah.
But
it's true.
When you're like this, you're kind of in a quirky mood, and so I feel like you can be swayed and persuaded.
Yeah.
And so it can be fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus, I feel like, oh, okay, do something about that bad mood. Okay, you're gonna say that. All right, good for you. You're finally saying something because you listen to everybody's complaints all along, and then when you finally get your chance, where you're like, I'm like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, I'm not.
You have something to say?
I'm not saying anything to you about my bad mood, though.
No. Well, other things there was somebody today that was acting out, was upset about something, and then you were saying, no, I'm not even talking about that thing. I'm actually talking about what happened previously, and you were like, that person doesn't care at all about anybody else. Blah
yeah,
blah. True. So
fuck 'em.
Oh my gosh.
I don't care.
So anyway.
Yeah, you don't care about other people. I'm not gonna care about you and you sitting there crying. I don't give a fuck. If you're blood or not, I don't care. You're a selfish bastard. Good for you. You're lucky. He's lucky he didn't bring that to me because I'd have said, you selfish motherfucker.
I totally disagree with you. We are on totally opposite.
Yeah, that's okay. But it's good. People that know me, and this person does. He knew that not to bring that shit to me, especially today. Mm-hmm. He knew not. Yeah, I was like, yeah. He knew not to say that to me. I just don't have pity for selfish people. I don't. I don't care. But that has nothing to do with this song. This song is about...
we talked about cat and mouse because he's chasing her.
It's a cat. Yeah, it's a cat and mouse thing. You like that stuff. The problem is that we live together. And when I say we live together, what I mean is like we exist together. This is our job. And so this is one of the jobs that I have. So we're just around each other 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Literally.
We were separated today, though.
The only difference is if I can take a shower.
An hour when he went to get a haircut.
Yeah, I went to get
illegally.
Yeah.
And then for like...
Shout out to the big homie, Don't Struggle, doing it for the culture. Doing it for the culture.
15 minutes so he could go to the convenience store.
I was going to do those white folks, you know what I'm saying? They're out there with their guns and shit. Don't tell white folks not to cut their hair, man. They'll kill you. Oh my gosh. Colin Kaepernick is kneeling down for police brutality. And Trump is like, that evil son of a bitch, fucking fire him.
I know.
And all the white folks show up at the thingy because people tell them to stay inside, and Trump's like, they're patriots. Shout out to the big homie Trump. Unfreaking believable. Again, this has nothing to do with the song, but just in a mood. What can you do?
Right.
So he's telling the girl, hey, I think he's basically saying, hey, hey, I'm about to be gone in a day or two, so make it happen.
Yeah, let's make a thing of this.
That really shows you the logic.
But he said he's going to chase after her.
That really shows you the logical ramifications, like the differences between men and women and how they handle shit. Because men be like, look, I'm only going to be here for a day or two, so we gotta get it in. Whereas a girl will be like, you're only going to be here for a day or two, I'm not giving you shit. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to be gone. He's like, yeah, I'm going to be gone. It's just different. The difference is interesting.
I think it depends on which woman it is.
It's also true. She's right. You guys taking notes? Take notes. Well, I think things are just a lot different now. There's like a lot of nostalgia here. Like, even though, like, if you look at the video, it's very innocent. Like, it's, you know, teenage girl and she gets sucked into this comic book and then she gets back into the real world and then she takes... You know, and then at the end he ends up with her because he got brought out of the real world and all that. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to have a sexual connotation. It can just be, you know, take on me or take me on is kind of, it's open for interpretation. To me, it's just, hey, let's have a good time. It doesn't necessarily have to go to that level. I think with you, it probably is gonna go to that level.
Yes, you said to have a good time.
Oh, the things you say. Is it a life or just to play my worries away? You're all the things I've got to remember. You're shying away. I'll be coming for you anyway. Like, see, he's thinking about like remembering her and all that, and she takes his worries away, and he understands the relationship is going to be fleeting, so he wants to have as much time with her as possible. It doesn't necessarily mean that he wants to, you know, take it there. It can just mean he wants to spend as much time with her as he possibly can. And I think it's a beautiful thing. That's how I would be. If it was you. If it was you and I had like, you know, just like 2 or 3 weeks left of summer with you, that would be my mindset. I wouldn't be thinking about anything else. You're not that way though.
Nope.
You'd be thinking about other things.
Yeah, you can have both, you know.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't. Sometimes you can't. You can't. Take me.
So needless to say, I'm odds and ends, but I'm stumbling away. Slowly learning that life is okay. Say after me, it's no better to be safe than sorry. That's the question, right?
Well, that's the other thing. It's no better to be safe than sorry. I don't know if I don't know what part of my life that I have that mindset.
That it's better to be safe than sorry?
Yeah. I'm generally not sorry about any decision that I make. Like, if it doesn't turn out well, I go, well, it didn't turn out well, but I don't regret it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't regret decisions that I make in my life. Like, I look at situations like, dang, I wish that would have turned out differently. If this would have happened, then this person, da-da-da-da-da. So, you know, that. But at the same time, I also know that person, if they could do it again, they'd do the exact same thing. So I don't regret it in the sense of we shouldn't have gone on that, we shouldn't have done that thing. I don't regret it that way. I just regret not being able to come through in that situation or whatever, but I wouldn't change it. So So I don't know, dude. I don't really see that with you either. You don't really do a lot of, oh, I regret this. I wish I could have changed this in the past.
Well, that's because I don't talk about it.
Oh, okay.
I internalize a lot of that, and I think that that's why. You know how you'll say, why can't we just have a conversation about this? Why do you always think I'm criticizing you? And I think it's because I internalize the things that I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have done it this way. Oh, I shouldn't have done it that way. And so I have a hard time putting those things to rest. There's some moments or snapshots of my life that I remember things and I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. But it's weird because it's not the things that I thought that I would always regret. Some of the things that I thought I would always regret, I say to myself, I actually wish I would have taken that a step further.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So,
right.
The things that, sometimes I'm surprised by the things that I regret. And the things that I don't regret, I'm sometimes surprised.
You regret that you weren't more explicit or whatever about it. Yeah.
Yeah, or, I mean,
yeah.
I don't know, that, like, you know, it's gonna sound really weird and it's horrible, terrible advice, I'm sure, but because I lived my life so conservatively when I was young, and always looking to the future and trying to be so responsible, and then, you know, my family thought that I was so irresponsible and so horrible and so terrible. Like, I lived under the shadow of their thoughts about me, and now I'm like, I look back and I'm like, are you serious? I was living so much on the straight and narrow that it's like, I wish that I would have, you know, I saw somebody put a post and they said, I know why I'm so bored in life, because when I was 15, I was living like I was 21. And I never lived like I was 21. Like, I never, you know, the closest I got to that was like a little bit once we were married. But even that was like, well, let me try that. Let me try some scotch. Let me try some brandy. You know what I mean? Like, it was nothing crazy. It wasn't like going to the club and dancing
really,
and, I don't know, meeting new people. And, yeah, you know what I mean? So I actually regret that, I feel like, and I could be completely wrong, maybe it's just because I never experienced it, but when I think about, like, going to a club, having a little bit to drink, and meeting new people, and everybody has that youthful excitement and stuff, like dancing with somebody new, like all that kind of sounds really fun and exciting, and it was something that I never, like, I always wanted to do, but I never got to do, and I thought that I would have opportunities for like dancing and stuff like that once I was married, but now I think, no, I don't think that it would, even if we were the type to go places to dance, like, I don't think that it would have that same feel as like when you're young and you're not with anybody, so you can, it's the excitement of like, I could meet anybody tonight, like, you know. So that sort of I don't know,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
so
what do you give the song?
oh, I really liked it. It was like probably like a 9.3 or a 9.4 for me.
Good solid 7.
What?
I will never listen to this song again in my life.
See, and I would. It's very, it's got a happy...
I'd probably listen to it for 8,000 times somewhere.
It's got a happy sort of, I don't know. I liked it. 9.4.
7. Vin out.
Sori out.
Gone. Shout out to Big Homie Ben.
People are like, I don't know anything more about the song, but I certainly know a lot more about you weirdos.
Welcome to the channel.
Welcome to our lives.